So what's the number one thing that someone can do right now, today, to dissolve their problems, dissolve their past, dissolve their trauma, dissolve all the stuff that's going on in the world, and literally step into their infinite power, their infinite ability, the love and joy and peace and abundance that we've all been told that we are? What is the one thing that you can do? I'm going to go into that here in just a minute. I want to make a quick introduction. I've got a few things to cover, but here's the bottom line. I am getting ready tomorrow to do a live webinar where I am going to be giving away the absolute highest, best work that I do. I'm going to give away 2 or 3 hours of it to a group of people who sign up for a free webinar, no strings, no catch, no investment whatsoever. Why in the hell would I do that? I'll explain that over the next couple minutes as well. What I want to ask you to do right now, if you're interested in true freedom, if you're interested in stepping into the life of your dreams, if the idea of going beyond self-help, beyond self-improvement, beyond more confusing spiritual stuff with conflicting ideas, and getting real results in the areas of life that matter most to you, being able to dissolve weight off of your body or put muscle on your body, being effortlessly, being able to change the patterns of relationships that have played out again and again and again, and actually step into the intimacy and the love and the connection in all of your relationships that you've been dreaming of, to literally experience abundance in its true form, not more abundance, which is actually a delusion. You can't have more of that which is infinite. That's one of the confusions. If you would like to go beyond this idea of solving and resolving and dissolving your blocks, you ain't got no blocks. If you want to go beyond the illusion of even the law of attraction and admit that all is one and therefore there is nothing to attract, you are mirroring what you're getting based on what you are believing you are and what you're holding in your own resonance of what you believe, what you think, what you know, what you feel about yourself, and all the emotions you're avoiding. If this sounds amazing to you, what if you could do it absolutely with no strings and no cost? And again, why in the world would someone offer such a thing? Well, number one, I know the definition of generosity. When you know that you are the source of your universe, you are the generator of all that is, it changes your definition of generosity. And number two, to be completely frank with you, every single time that I've ever done anything remotely like this, where I gave away my absolute highest, best work, as if I, like if I did a session or 2 or 3, and I gave it away and I treated it like it was one of my highest paid clients and I did it all for free, the people that see that, a lot of them end up joining my programs, getting my book, etc. So it's a win-win-win no matter how I do it. And here's what's going on. 7 years ago, well, you know what? For those of you that are brand new, let me give you, my camera got a little confused about where I was there for a minute. Just to give a quick introduction for people that might be brand new. My name is Brian Ridgway. People call me the Spellbreaker. 12 years ago, I was homeless, on the street, penniless, and I had been suicidal. I had spent over 30 years working on myself. Self-help fanatic, but it wasn't because of some luxury. My life was an absolute utter living hell. I spent 30 years working on myself, over $300,000 on every self-help approach known to man. Spirituality, ayahuasca, meeting with shamans, medicine work, you name it. And my life got worse and worse and worse until I was suicidal. At the end of my rope in 2011, I was literally ready to step off a bridge. And if I didn't have children in my life, I would have ended my life. That's where I was. I had an awakening experience that changed everything for me. I began helping people. This was 12 years ago. Since that day, I wrote a book as a totally unknown author that went #1 international bestseller overnight, miraculous. I've now helped nearly 200,000 people, and we are just getting started. My team and I are just getting started. And I get results for people unlike anything that I or they have ever seen. It's a weird story, and if you read my book, you'll get the whole story. But the bottom line is, I don't think all is one. I don't think you create your reality, and I don't think that everything is energy. I live it, and I help the people that come to me to live it. I don't help them to think about it, theorize about it, and figure it out more. I don't talk about presence. I help people to step into the infinite, eternal presence that they are. And just so you know, 67 days after my awakening experience, I went from homeless to living the dream here in Hawaii, where again, I've now helped almost 200,000 people in 84 countries. Okay, so there's the background. Thank you for hearing me out on that. Quick little request before I go any further. Those of you that already know me and love me, have experienced my work, if you would please take a moment to comment on this video. More comments is going to help me more and more and more. My goal is to help as many people as I possibly can with what I'm about to tell you about. Okay, if you would please comment on this video, tag a couple people in the comments, let some people know, hey, check this out. You can share this on Facebook, you can share this on YouTube, you can share this on any platform you're on. You can also simply grab this and click share, more options, and you can share it with someone privately in Messenger if you want. Okay, now here's what you'll be sharing. 7 years ago when my book came out, I got a whim, I got an idea to do a free marathon 6-hour live stream where I did what I call spellbreaking, which is the process that I use with an individual to help them to dissolve an issue out of their physical body, their mental body, their emotional body, and their universe, to the tune of miraculous results in every area of life. We got way too many testimonials on my website if you want to go see that, if you're new to me, if you're just finding this video or someone just shared it with you. So I did this 6-hour live stream for totally free as a way of getting people to find out about me and my work and to help as many people as I possibly could. Well, 600 people were on that live stream, and during it, 3 people that I worked with one-on-one, 3 people that I worked with live face-to-face on the live stream. I invited, out of these 600 people watching, who would like to do a spell break with me. I charge $800 an hour for this work. And I did this all for free for 6 hours. Person after person came on. 3 people experienced literal physical miracles on. A couple people experienced financial miracles on the live stream. What really blew me away was after the live stream was over, for the next several days, I was getting video after video after video, message after message after message from people saying, Brian, I was watching live, or Brian, I watched the replay. It changed my life more than anything I've ever done. To this day, 7 years later, I'm still getting messages of miracles and miraculous events that unfolded for people from watching this thing. Now, it's pretty mind-blowing, right? Well, tomorrow, I'm making this video on Saturday. I'm doing this live on Saturday. Tomorrow, Sunday, at 12 noon Pacific, I'm doing it again. This time it's going to be between 2 and 4 hours, starting at 12 noon, entirely free. Now, I'm going beyond what I did last time. I'm going to go, we're starting a webinar tomorrow at noon Pacific, Sunday. I do believe that's the 1st of August. It might be the 31st. I'm not too good with dates. That's not my forte. But here's the scoop. I'm going to go live on this webinar, and we have over 300 people registered as I make this video. I'm expecting to have over 1,000 people registered for this thing. I am going to start, I'm going to give a quick introduction, and I am going to go into spell breaking. Who wants to come on and dissolve a life issue that you've been working on for years or decades, you haven't been able to solve? Who wants to come on right now and do a spell break with me, absolutely free? My highest work that I do with people around the world for $800 an hour. Who wants to do it with me for free? And I'm going to do spell break after spell break, as many as I can do in the hours that we choose to go. Now, that would be incredible and awesome and mind-blowing, and what a gift and what a value, right? I'm going to go beyond that. But this is where I guess you could say there's almost a little bit of a catch. If you want to be on, you can be on. If you want to step up and get my help, and if you want to get 100 times more out of this free session tomorrow, I'm going to give you the orientation session of my brand new program that I just started. Now, this is a $1,000 program. I think about 40 people have already joined this new program that we started last week. We did the orientation session. When I do an orientation session for a program, I dump the truck. And I condense everything that I acquired over 30 years of self-help and the last 12 years of helping nearly 200,000 people. I condense it all down as tight as I can, and I deliver it within a couple hours. That orientation session is done, and the recording is up in our members area. if you register for the webinar Sunday, if you register, you're going to get immediate access to the full orientation session of the $1,000 program that I just started, that 40 people have already joined and more are joining every hour in this new program. You're going to get all of that for free. Now, why would I do that? Like I said, I'm going to give you the most benefit that I possibly can. And I know that some of the people who attend this thing are going to say, oh my God, I got to have more of this, and you're going to join. But that's no obligation. The only kind of obligation is that I would like for you to sign up. If you're going to join me for the webinar on Sunday, I want you to click now the link that's in this description of this video, in this post. I would like for you to click it right now. Go ahead and register and rearrange your life for the next 20 hours, 18 hours to be able to watch that orientation session before you join me for the webinar. You're going to get 10, 100, 1,000% more if you will do that, okay? So, now, let me just turn and glare this thing out. This camera does a pretty good job. I got a couple more points before I wrap this up. I apologize that I'm not responding to the comments. Out walking with this camera, I'm not able to see the comments in the glare the way I would if I was sitting inside or sitting on my front porch. I will be responding to your comments after this video is over. So, here's the scoop. I want to help as many people as I possibly can. I'm not going to hold anything back. If you would be kind enough right now, if you see the value in this, especially if you're familiar with my work, but even if you're not, if something in your heart tells you, you know, this is the real deal, I would like for you to please comment on this video right now. Like it or give it a smiley face. Give it a heart. And then I would like for you to please tag a few people in the comments, share this video far and wide. This crazy shirtless dude in Hawaii, known as the Spellbreaker, is going to be doing a free webinar for 2, 3, 4 hours. He charges $800 an hour. He's going to go on live and he is going to do as many spell breaks as he can, bringing people on live, unscripted, without a net, to help them dissolve their deepest issues live on video. Okay? So if you have an issue that you want help with, you can type that in the comments up front. Otherwise, just be on, and at the beginning, I'm going to ask everybody that wants to put their issue in. I'll be looking at those comments. And what I really want to ask, I mean, I'm going to give everything here. I'm going to give everything I got for those hours. And the fact that you're getting the orientation session to my new program, that's pretty cool, right? The members who joined my program that were on the orientation session have been emailing me since Tuesday when we did that orientation session. I've been getting emails, texts, and Facebook messages about this being the most powerful personal development experience they've ever had. Most of my clients have been working on themselves 30 or 40 years, so that's no small thing. I dare say that if you sign up for this and you get access to the, oh gosh, there's one more catch to this, I forgot. And that is that the orientation session will be taken down right at the time that we start the webinar, which is noon Pacific tomorrow. Okay, that's actually pretty important. So it's absolutely imperative that you register now and that you get in there. And let me take you back out to see this gorgeous ocean spot again. Check this out. Let me see. How do I make this happen? Ooh, my battery's getting low. Let me step up here and finish this. It's super important to me that you get every bit of this. So, wrapping everything up with one last turn here. Please, 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 please comment. Please share. Please let people know about this. Make sure that as soon as you register, you move the things around on your schedule so that between now, whenever you're seeing this video, you might not be watching me live. Between now and when you see, when the webinar goes live tomorrow, Sunday, you got to get in and watch that orientation session. You're going to get so much more. That's why I start the program with the orientation session. And I dare say that if you watch that orientation session, sitting up straight, breathing deep, with a glass of clean water beside you to be sipping on as you go through, breathing deep, fully focused, fully attentive, no other tabs open, focused on watching this orientation session, you will probably be able to message me and join the people who say, I got more out of that free thing that you share with me, Brian, than I got out of my last 30, 40 years of inner work. That's my goal, that's my intention, okay? I will be reading every comment after this live is done. I will be responding to as many of you as possible, and I will be sitting and stewing on every single issue and every question that you bring up to me in the comments, no matter where you comment, YouTube, Facebook, wherever. I'll be reading every comment. I'll be stewing and chewing on those so that I can bring you the highest answers, the highest benefit during the webinar, Sunday at noon Pacific. All right? I love you with all my heart. You and I are truly one. There is nothing wrong with you. There never has been, there never can be. What you are doesn't include right and wrong, good or bad, except in your mind. And we can spell break the living hell out of that thing and pop you back into heaven whenever you're ready. I love you. Aloha. I'll see you on the webinar.